Plays the Thing with your host, Judy Sleed. Special guest, Mary Dimino, comedian, writer, and actress. Now here is Judy.
Love me in bed.
Thank you, Steve. Here is another episode of the Plays the Thing, and I have a wonderful guest, skinny Mary.
You know, I love the theme song that you have. I really do. It sounds like Blue Christmas. I'll have a blue Christmas without you. Doesn't it sound like that?
Oh, I never thought of it that
does.
way. Now that you mention
The
it.
same
so,
theme,
So
yeah.
you want to change the whole thing? Is that it?
But the end of the song sounds different. It's just the beginning.
Oh, yes.
So I love it. It's very good.
Oh,
Is that
thank
you singing?
I wish my voice went. I can't sing a note anymore.
You used to sing.
I used to sing, yes. How about you? Do you sing?
I don't sing. No.
You don't.
But my show is Scared Skinny, which is
Scared
is
skinny.
a
So this
one-
is you, right?
that's me sitting on Santa, and I'm actually bigger than Santa. That's me
Okay.
at 8 years old. It's called Scared Skinny, a 100-pound lighter woman show.
And this was only 10 years ago.
Yeah, actually that was last month. So it's written and performed by me, Mary Dimino.
You wrote it and
I wrote it and I
performed
performed it. I play all 14 characters
in it.
in it. It's like a cross between Chaz Palminteri's Bronx Tale and My Big Fat Greek Wedding. And it's about growing up fat, funny, and afraid in an Italian family from Queens. And it's a fun show. I play all 14 characters.
14 characters. Well, how many? Who are the characters? Can you?
Sure, I got my grandma, my old Italian grandma who came off the boat
That's
from Italy.
one.
My mother, who is, she brought me up in a bubble. She made me afraid of everything because she had 5 miscarriages before me. And then I was sort of,
treasured you.
yes, I was like the miracle baby. So
Yeah.
after that, I kind of grew up in a very sort of fearful, dysfunctional Italian, sort of overprotective environment. And I was an obese child, and I grew up into being an obese adult.
So if I only mentioned 2 of the 14 characters.
You're very on the money. You're counting. You
Yeah,
got
I
your
have-
number 2 pencil.
I
and-
have 10 fingers. But
I play
I have
well.
more on my toes.
Aw.
So I'm counting.
You are so cute. I just must say, you're just so adorable. I know your daughter, Judy. You're Jody.
No.
She's Jody. You're Judy.
Yes, you got it right.
She's Judy. You're Jody. No, you're Judy. She's Judy.
You get it right.
Anyway, I was with your daughter all weekend, a couple weekends ago, because we put up, H.G. Fairfield Arts put up Scared Skinny at your daughter's, at Judy's place, Jody's place. Judy, it's so, why did you name your daughter something so similar to yourself?
Well, I have Jill and Jeff also,
So, wait a minute, you got a Jill, a Jeff,
and Jody.
and a Jody.
Yeah, and I'm Judy.
That's
I'm Judy.
beautiful.
Yes,
It's
all
like-
the J's.
Quadruple J's.
Yeah, they used to call us 5 J's.
The 5 J's.
No, because my
Your
ex-
husband's name was Jay?
Yeah,
What was his
Joel.
name?
Joel.
Joel.
Yeah, 5 J's. We drove everybody nuts. So, okay, so your grandmother and mother.
Oh, you're still counting. You're back to that. All right. We got our live studio audience here. We have it's very hot in here, by the way. Could
Oh,
someone put on
sorry
the
about
AC?
that.
No,
I have
I'm
to
going to
talk
start
to the
breaking out in
landlord.
sweat. And he's like, because you're making me work. You're making me work for my sandwich. I got Judy. No, I got my mother, my grandmother. Oh, and I got I do my top 10 worst boyfriends and my top 10 worst diets. The top 10
You mean
worst
you
boyfriends.
do males also?
I do males. That doesn't
Oh my
sound
God.
good. Jody.
What?
Jody. That is, I do males also. She does the men
well,
too.
You know what? I do nails.
You do nails?
Yeah.
And I do males. Yes, I'm not a lesbian.
Yeah.
I mean, yet, but I mean, so you do nails.
Yes, yes.
Are
I
you
do.
I was going to say podiatrist, a pedicurist, a manicurist?
I'm only manicurist, yeah.
You
And,
really you have a license?
I used to. I didn't renew it because I
What do you
started
think of
doing
these?
this. I started, this is not very nice.
I come here to East Hampton to get abused. This is not very nice. This is the
Nope.
second one. Kim is the second person that made fun. Me and Kim from H.G. Fairfield Arts Center for the Environment. She's the president. She's
Okay,
sitting
so
there.
scared,
She
skinny.
doesn't care about you at all. It's just right back to this, okay?
Okay, so how long is the show?
How old is the show?
Long. How long?
It is 77 minutes. It made its world debut in 2010 at the New York International Fringe Festival, where it won Best Solo Show Award. And since then, I've been touring it all around clubs, colleges. I met the wonderful Kim Blacklock from HU Fairfield, and we are teaming up, and we're doing shows together with Scared Skinny, and PJ Walsh is over there, which is also an excellent show. Won awards in the Hollywood Fringe and all that stuff.
So actually, people pay to see this.
People pay to see this, and your ugly nails that are just terrible.
Yeah.
It is so hot. You got to know it's so hot in here. I'm just gonna. I'm gonna just break out my.
Also, you want to strip?
Yep. No. If my nails are bad, what would you say about my body? I'm just afraid. You're very honest, though. I like that. So yeah, people pay good money. They pay good money to see this. I got to tell you, though, this is a very heartwarming, poignant show, and I put my heart and soul into this show, and it's I made a show not just to make a show. I made a show so I could touch people's lives. You know, people that are in their deepest, darkest place when it comes to obesity or being overweight or having low self-esteem, I want them to know that they're not alone. I was there. I was one of those people. My biggest weight was 265 pounds.
Wow.
And I lost 100. I've kept it off, thank God, for about 10, 15 years now. And I gained back, 20 here, 10 here, lose it, gain it. But I never gained back the whole 100. I actually lost 115 in total. Never gained back the whole thing. So this is a story about my journey. The reasons, it starts with little 8-year-old Mary, chubby little Mary. She always wanted to be skinny. And she asks the Ouija board, will I be skinny one day? That's the opening scene. The Ouija board gives me an answer. And that answer propels me throughout the rest of the show. And you see my journey of growing up in an overprotective, sort of dysfunctional home where food was love and food was protection. And then you see me, as I don't have a date for the prom, and then you see me through my teenage years, and then the bad boyfriends, the 10 bad boyfriends, you count them on your finger. They were just representative of where I was at the time. Sort of like everyone in your life, right? Is a reflection of. So I had, since I was so overweight and I was so obese, I really didn't have good self-esteem, which led to not so good choices in life, in men, in various things. So that's what that's all about. And then I reach an epiphany. And it gets me to the point where I can objectively see myself, and I know that I want to make a choice to be healthy. So it's not about losing the weight to lose the weight. It's about losing the weight because you reached a place in your mind mentally where that's where you have to go, because there's nowhere else to go but up. You've reached that place. So I want to inspire people with that show. It has a very lovely, lovely ending. I almost want to tell you because you're looking at me like, but I don't want to give it away because then people are not going to pay to see the show. But it's really.
Well, that's really, really, I like the idea. And
I'm glad. I I love you,
And
Jody, Judy.
I admire you for doing all this. How long did it take you to write this?
Oh, that's a good question. I feel like it's
I
been.
only have good questions.
You do. You really do. You are. You're a good interviewer. I feel like it's been festering in me for about a decade, and I would try to write it. I would sit and I would write some stuff, and I couldn't get it to the next level, and I kept thinking, I'd put it away. I'd put it away, take it out. 6 months later, rework it. Felt like it wasn't right, put it away, and I did that for many years. And then I think I had to reach a point in my life where I was okay, and a point where the story was finished. This story, for me, in my heart, was finished. And while I was going through it, I couldn't write it because it wasn't finished yet. It's like I didn't know my own ending. It's like I didn't know my own story, and I didn't know how deep I was in the darkness, the pit of addiction and all that stuff. And then when there was a certain amount of light, I think, that was shed into my brain and and that cracked open the creativity to it was like gangbusters. It was like very hard to write, and then all of a sudden, boom, it all came out. Mm-hmm. Beginning, middle, end. Had the arc, and I'd say that process of once it all came out and I knew it was ready was about a year. It was about maybe 10 to 12 rewrites. It was about a full year. And then I applied to the Fringe, and I got accepted, and then from there, we've just been touring it.
What made you decide to play all the parts yourself?
Well, reason being, it's a solo show, so that would help. I love you.
You could have had all those gorgeous guys.
Wait, it's Jody. It's Jody. Jody, stop saying you're Jody.
I didn't say I was Jody. No.
Judy.
Jody.
It is. What was your question? Oh, why did I want to do all the parts?
Yes.
I guess because there's only one person in the show, I guess, and that's me. So I got to do all the parts. I didn't write it as a play, where it is a play. It's a solo show play. But it's not a play where, I would hire out other actors. I think the beauty and the genius of solo show and solo work is that you see a glimpse into the person's heart and mind. And you could only do that when you're playing your mother and you're playing your
You know
father.
exactly how it should be done.
Yeah, and you're bringing your sensibility to it. Whereas another actor would bring their work and their history
that's so
to it.
true. The more people, the more different opinions and things. And do you also direct yourself?
No, I have a director. Her name is Christine Renee Miller, and she's fantastic. So she's my director. Yeah, yeah. But I tell you, it got some great write-ups. Thank God. The first weekend it opened, it got written up in the Wall Street Journal, and it got a rave review. And after that, it sold out the rest of the run.
Wow, that's wonderful. That's really, I really admire you. I admire people who just go out there and do what they want to do.
Yes, well, you're one of those women. You're a very strong woman. You're doing it.
I am.
I mean, you're here 9 years.
I don't even know if I'm doing it.
She's like, what am I doing? I'm here, I got balls around my neck. It's like 90 degrees.
Yeah.
It is.
Okay, so tell me.
There's a theme in here. It's a lot of cactuses and.
Oh yeah, this is a beautiful place.
This really is. You have robots for cameramen, which is amazing. I'm from Staten Island. When I go to Staten Island.
Were you born there?
No. Howard Beach, Ozone Park, very Italian neighborhood.
Howard Beach.
Howard
near
Beach.
The water. Yes.
Near the water.
Yes.
Yes, Russo's on the Bay, John Gotti.
Yeah.
Right? Sister Marguerite from the Yankees.
And you went to school there?
I went to school there, grew up there.
And then
didn't go to the prom there, yeah.
And
thanks for reminding me.
Where did you go after
that? Where'd I go after? Oh, then I went to college, and then...
Where?
I went to Hofstra University, right here on Long Island.
Hofstra. Oh, yeah, I know that place.
Yeah. That was some of the best 4 years of my life, really.
And then after you finished college, you majored in drama or
Communications,
communication?
English,
Uh-huh.
and radio broadcasting. I was a DJ on WRHU FM. I had to get rid of my accent. So I took a lot of speech class, did the radio, and then I'd go home for, say, winter break, get the accent back, and then I'd go back on the air, and they were like, "Oh, Mary, you need to take another class. You got your accent back." I've been battling with
this. Was not your first venture in the theater, was it?
No, I was in Tony and Tina's Wedding. I played the maid of honor, Connie. And I was in Surprise and a few other things. I'm not a singer.
Is that a movie?
Tony and Tina's Wedding, well,
Yeah.
it was also a movie, but it's a long-running hit off-Broadway show.
And you're in it. Is she still doing it?
Not now. Now I'm venturing onto my own projects. I'm also a stand-up comic. I'm still doing that.
Oh, where?
I'm a commercial actress.
Where are you doing the stand-up?
Oh, everywhere. I'm in New York a lot. In fact, I was at Broadway Comedy Club last weekend. I'll be there again this weekend on 50th.
How long do you have to stand up to do that?
How long you got to stand up? Because God knows I can't stand up very long. Before she had to get a chair, and she's like, I need to sit down. Oh, great, I got a double chin. Wonderful.
Okay.
It's hard to work out when, Judy, when you are performing all the time.
I know, but how long is it? About 5 minutes?
Standing up, that's good. You don't forget a question. I like that. It
No,
varies.
Because I did that once.
You did stand up?
Only once, yes.
How did it go?
I guess nobody called me back.
How did it go in the moment?
What does that tell you?
How'd you feel? Did people laugh?
No, but I felt good doing it.
Hey, that's what counts.
Yes.
That's
I had
what
a
counts.
routine, and I just had to let it out.
You got to let it out.
Yes.
Like it's bad gas. I know.
Yeah,
That's what comedy is like.
Yeah.
You just got to let it out. So, it varies. When I headline on the road, I do 45. Feature acts do 30.
Right.
In the city, it's a little different because cities have longer, they have more people on the show. They'll have 10 acts instead of, say, 3. So in the city, you do about 15, 20, sometimes 10. It depends on the night. And if it's a showcase or a regular show. But I'm starting out, like, if you wanted to do it, hey, I teach stand-up at Stand Up New York Comedy Club.
Well, isn't that?
I'm always
you're a
putting up
teacher,
shows.
too.
Yeah, I do. I
That's
teach.
wonderful.
Yeah.
Did I miss anything? What else do you do?
I'm a manicurist. No, I'm not. Not with these nails. I am, what else do I do? Oh, as an actress on TV, I've done dozens of commercials.
Oh, really? That's
yeah.
exciting.
Yeah, 3 for Nicorette gum, regular mint and orange.
Yeah.
I know them all.
So
Bought my house with that.
Do you have
Dunkin'
to chew?
Donuts.
You have to show people that you're chewing?
No, there was no chewing. I did not have to chew anything. I just had to talk into the camera. There was no chewing involved. For the Dunkin' Donuts, I didn't have to eat a donut.
Well, with the gum, I think it would be nice if you could just make a bubble.
You can't make a bubble with Nicorette gum, I don't think, because it's bubbleless. You can't form a bubble with it.
Yeah.
I think a friend tried.
Do you have any siblings?
No, I am an only child.
You must be spoiled rotten.
No, actually, no. I grew up. I had a tough life, which with a lot what scared
because
Skinny.
You were heavy.
Yeah, and I grew up poor, and I had a very I'm writing a second solo show about my father.
That was going to be my next question.
God, we're psychic. We're connecting, Judy.
Yeah.
Judy. We are really.
Yeah.
Yeah. What were you going to ask me?
I was going to ask you if you're working on something new.
I am. I have a new project. It's called Big Dummy. And
Big Dummy.
Big Dummy, Me and My Old Man. That's the title of it. Hopefully, I'll be debuting that.
Is that going to be a one-man show, too?
Well, unless I get a sex change, it'll be a
one-girl
one-woman
show,
Yeah,
excuse me.
it'll be a one-man show. With
Well,
fingernails like this, I could be.
that's really, you're a remarkable woman.
Oh, thank you. I would love for you to come see Scared Skinny whenever you're
In
around, right?
Woodstock.
Is that what? Yeah.
Where is it showing now?
It plays regularly at the 13th Street Rep Theater
In Manhattan?
in Manhattan. It's on 13th between 5th and 6th Ave. It plays regularly there. And then I tour it around with Kim and everything. And we just did the Bearsville Theater. And I was in Maine, in Rumford, at the Mystic Theater. So I've been getting around.
You get around a lot. Well, it takes me a lot to get me into the city. If I go on big trips, I would go to Woodstock to visit my daughter.
Yeah, your daughter's so sweet. She runs that theater, right?
Yes.
She helps run it. Yeah,
Yes.
she's really, really nice.
So, is there anything you tell jokes?
I love
you,
Let's see. I tell jokes.
you
I write
sing?
plays. I don't sing. That's
Oh,
the
you
one thing I
don't?
no. I
Yeah.
don't sing. As you could tell when I was trying to sing Blue Christmas.
Well, you carry the tune.
Well, maybe I could sing Happy Birthday, but that's about
Do
it.
you know that song, I Can't Carry a Tune?
No,
That's one of my repertoires.
it's in my repertoire.
That's an old Jerry Lewis song. I can't carry a tune. When I have to stand up, even when people don't ask me, I just stand up and I just.
I thought you don't like standing up. You count the minutes on your watch. How
And
long do
then
I got to stand up here?
I do that song. I can't carry a tune, and people crack up.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah, I'm not going to do it now. This is your show. You're the star. I'm
Thank
just
you.
asking questions.
So, there's another thing that you were asking me. What else do I do?
Yes, I did ask you. Yes.
I won the 2008 Gracie Allen Award
Oh my
for
gosh.
a documentary that I helped write and that I starred in. It's called Fat, What No One Is Telling You. Ironic, in 2008, I had fat, and in 2010, I got skinny. So, it's called Fat, What No One Is Telling You. And it aired on PBS. And I think
Fat was nobody's telling you.
Yeah.
So is that something about somebody who's fat?
Yeah, it's a documentary. It followed 4 different people. I was one of them, and then there were some experts and teachers and stuff, and nutritionists and all that.
And you were fat at the time?
No, they followed me because I was one of the success stories.
You were
Like I kept
skinny
it
at the time.
I kept it off. Yeah, I mean, I'm not skinny now. I'm in no way a svelte model. I'm a size like 14. I vary between 10 and 14. But I used to be a 28 when I was 265. When I go into those clothes now, it's very overwhelming to see how big I was. And it's a constant, it's a constant battle that you have to constantly battle with those demons. Once you're an
Tell
overweight.
me about it. I can't lose weight. I'm trying, but when I see something good that I like, I just can't resist it. I just eat it.
Yeah, and were you an overweight child? Because I know, because on working on the documentary, what we learned is that it's so much harder, that if you were an obese child, as I were, for example, it's harder later in life to lose the weight. You could still do it. It's just a little harder than the next person because of all the fat cells that fat cells never leave your body. They remain in there.
Really?
So your fat cells, even though they shrunk, they're still there. And they're always sort of crying out to be filled.
See, Kim, there's another business you could go into. Getting rid of the fat cells. I was a skinny child.
See, that's why you're so svelte now and you're in shape.
I'm not svelte. I'm fat.
Listen, you are not fat.
Oh, thank you.
You are not fat. I don't think I would even.
But you know the way I kept my weight down as an adult? I used to smoke and drink coffee and drink alcohol.
Well, that's not healthy.
instead
Judy?
instead of eating.
That's not healthy. So you would smoke and drink and have plenty of sex. And that's
That's a good way to keep your weight down. That gets rid
look,
of
the
a lot-
cameraman is like, that's right.
gets rid of a lot of calories, I was told. So,
Gets rid of.
Are you going to write a book?
Oh man, is she psychic? Because I know, because when we walked in, she said, "I don't know anything about you. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't Google any of my I almost said clients. Like this is therapy. I don't Google any of the people I interview, and so I know nothing about you. But you seem to either know something or yeah.
I have a crystal ball. You
Well-
can't have it.
I do. I wrote a book with.
You already wrote a book.
Yeah, a couple of years ago with a doctor. His name is Brad Johnson. I met him when I did the Fat documentary for PBS, the one that I won the Gracie Allen for outstanding doc. So yeah, we wrote a book together, and it's finished. And right now, it is in the hands of a publisher, and we should be getting word
It's in hand of a publisher.
by the end of the week. Yes, if
That's very difficult to get a publisher.
yeah, you know, it is, but this one looks promising.
Well,
So
it's a medical book.
it's well, I took his medical stats and all his statistics and all the sort of dry terminology and put it into layman's terms, and I tried to give it a spin. So it's easy to read, it's funny, but it's also educational. But we wanted to keep that nice line where it's not like, you know,
not going-
hilariously funny,
I'm
but
not
no
going
content.
to ask you to read the book because we are out of time.
Wow, that went so quick. Judy, that
Well,
went so quick.
I just want to thank all my underwriters.
Aw, thank you.
And thanks for coming. And it's been wonderful. And I wish I could remember all my underwriters' name, but it's going to be up there on the. And of course, my hair was done by Lupita. Did my hair?
Lupita. Yeah, sing the song, A Blue Christmas Without You.
Oh,
I'll
no, this was
be
written.
blue. Just
Okay, it's
thinking about you. PJ is like, oh no, I'm
No,
next. Oh no.
Okay, music. I wrote the and lyrics. And Anna Cheek, you might
Yes.
probably know her. That's Anna Cheek, and those are all that. That's my daughter and.
Oh, there's Jody.
Yeah.
Jody Sleed.
Yes. And
Thank you,
all
Judy. Thank
those
you for having me.
wonderful people helped me put on this show, and thank you, everybody. It's been a wonderful, wonderful.
Thank you.
And
Thank you
have
for
to
having
come
me.
back, and much success to your skinny, scared.
Thank
thing.
you. Thank you so much.
I know